I am a male with almost no chance with the opposite gender. So, how can I mend this fact? Why, with anime, of course. This is the medium to design your perfect match, whether it be a psychopath that murders anyone who isn't you, or someone who can emotionally abuse you on the daily. Japan gave us some great choices. We shouldn't complain. Now, I'm not a fan of the tropes that I just mentioned, but there is one that I hold close to my heart. This type of character could place significantly higher on my list, and that would be the otaku. I, by no means, am by myself here. Ask any average anime fan if they could have an otaku girlfriend, and they'd say yes immediately. And if they say no, they're lying. This is the medium of escapism, so the monument to this ideal would be the otaku girlfriend. She would be the perfect girlfriend that 90%, you know what? It's 2017. 60% of the audience would kill for. And I'm no exception. But I have standards. I won't fall for a show that uses the fabulous otaku to cover for inconsistent art, poorly written characters, and overall bad anime. So, if we were to understand what makes the perfect otaku waifu, let's go ahead and understand the appeal behind it. Well, the most obvious part of this appeal would be wish fulfillment. I mean, who wouldn't want a partner to geek out over the same hobbies with? Otaku girls in anime are often portrayed as self-aware of their interests, and view it with, let's call it, cautious enthusiasm. What I mean by this is that they carry on with their hobbies until finances dry up, or outside judgment comes in, to which they have to react to. What's the purpose of this exactly? Well, it's feedback, at least. If the character has no self-reflection on being an otaku, there's no point of pointing out that trope. She's just a prop that holds a fancy title. You have to see this person live out their hobbies in earnest, all the way down to the existential depression. That's what makes her an otaku waifu. If she doesn't do this, then there's no point in distinguishing the fact that she's an otaku, or a little sister, or any other popular anime trope in that general, because there'd be no personality that goes along with this trait. That's what makes it feel unique and alive. If it's still unclear to you what makes a good otaku girlfriend, then I'll just have to show you. First and foremost, the queen of otaku, Konata Izumi, from Lucky Star. You knew this was coming. You knew it. She is the ideal otaku, one that I only wish to be. Figure collecting, check. MMOs, check. Anime songs for your ringtone, check. But the greatest part about this is that it just happens. There's no ham-fisted jokes to push the fact that, yes, she's an otaku. Her carefree personality already makes all of her actions understandable and justified, considering the fact that she'd rather be indoors watching anime all day. Hey, she's the only one. If Konata doesn't fit your fancy, then what about Nakise Chris from Steins Gate? Not only is she a prodigy of physics, but she's also a bona fide memer and a citizen of the internet.
ヌルポ
がお頭なく近づくなんて反則よ
やはり書き込んでいたのはアットチャンネルか。
What makes this 10 times better is the fact that she makes a failed attempt to hide this from Okabe and the others. It serves to push the punchline further, while making her feel human. Yes, she's an otaku. The show makes some fun about it, but it doesn't push that down our throats and make it the only thing about her. Now she doesn't feel pandering or cheaply made for the audience only to enjoy, and out of place from the story that's rather expansive. Trust me, if you were to take the first episode and an episode towards the middle, you wouldn't be able to tell if they're from the same anime. But that's not the point. The point is that otaku saved the world. Shit, that wasn't the point either. I might as well use this derail to talk about when anime train wrecks for the otaku. So this thing right here could possibly be one of the worst depictions of otaku. And to anyone who idolizes or thinks of her as a waifu, shame on you. What do you see in this whiny, obnoxious shitbag? Is it the fact that when she's in public, she's the elegant honor student, but as soon as she gets home, she becomes a beast? Does that hit too close to home? Trust me, I know that. Behind closed doors, we're one step above monkeys. However, that's about the only thing umaru-chan could have gotten away. Everything else is a wet dream that tries to veil itself as the life of an otaku. Hell, even Gabriel from Gabriel Dropout was a better depiction of this trope. Hell, better execution of the same character, because that's what they are. On the outside, they seem prodigious and responsive, but on the inside, there's a hedonistic drive to push for 24/7 game marathons. So how is it that I find one enjoyable and the other despicable? Well, it comes down to their portrayal. Even if both are ultimately shut-ins, at least one has a sense of responsibility. when it comes to furthering her habits. Strapped for cash, so you have to take up a part-time? Yeah? I'm pretty sure we've all been there, or are going to be there. But what's happening with Umaru? More screaming, more tantrum. So that's the part that hurts me. How are we supposed to be sympathetic to this helpless excuse of a character? We may be fucked in the social department, but by no means are we even close to her. And if you don't see where I'm coming from, that's fine. You're entitled to your own opinion. But let me ask you this one question. Would you really want to date that if she was real? Well, out of all the incoherent rambling that went on today, I think the most basic thing that you can get is that my life is often worthless. But the thing is that you can't overdo it, because that would cause more inflammation and fuck up the anime economy. And this now makes no fucking sense, so I'll go ahead and say